UDTV presents the Thrash and Bash Mini Tours and Concert Series. Where you livin'? Your underground downtown. That's where. The Thrash and Bash Mini Tours and Concert Series.
WOLFMAN hanging out at Backstage Lounge for yet another Thrash and Bash, UDTV style. We checked out Dopamine. We checked out Getting Deep. And now we got MARC RIZZO of Soulfly. Holy shit, what the hell are you doing in Gainesville, bro?
Yeah, just swinging by on our U.S. tour that we started about 3 weeks ago, and we're in our last week now. So shot down here to Florida to play tonight, and now we're heading up the East Coast back to New York, you know.
New York, man. You're from New Jersey. Is that how you got your start out there in New Jersey?
Yeah, basically just, you know, playing around the New Jersey, New York City, you know, scene in the early 90s and stuff, you know, and just got a deal then, you know, and everything just took off from there, man. It's been fun as hell.
And New Jersey's like White Lion and Bon Jovi, and you're coming out with some balls-to-the-wall metal, man. And you did say the 90s, so that's what was going on back there. So, like, how do you do your thing and be so balls-to-the-wall?
Well, I mean, you know, that stuff was big, too, you know, obviously. But, I mean, I kind of grew up going to a lot of New Jersey, New York hardcore shows, you know, down the shore and then in New York City and stuff, and kind of playing more in that scene, you know, more the death metal hardcore scene, you know.
And that's what your influence is, but yet you have this weird, I don't know, Spanish vibe, then you have like this really weird eclectic vibe. How do you get that?
I just, you know, I'm a huge fan of just guitar music, you know, whether it's death metal or thrash metal or whatever. I love intricate guitar playing. So, you know, from getting into metal, and then like I got into like a lot of stuff like Yngwie Malmsteen, and then Al Di Meola, and then I got into like Paco de Lucia, and then once I got into him, I got into like full-blown flamenco, and I just love it. You know, I love guitar music, whether it's jazz, metal, punk, flamenco, whatever. I love guitar music, you know.
What is your take on progressive metal today? There's a lot of bands coming out that say they're progressive, but you really do have that progressive sound. You know, what do you feel about the movement of progressive music?
Yeah, I think right now is like, you know, I think this is one of the greatest periods of metal, in my opinion. I mean, there's so many amazing bands out there right now, from Shadows Fall to Lamb of God and Trivium and Killswitch and all these bands. And, you know, I mean, and it's a throwback, obviously, to like a lot of the 80s thrash metal bands. So, I mean, right now, I think it's amazing. You know, I'm loving all the new bands that are coming out, you know.
And I'd be a fucking sucker if I didn't say, dude, you played in Soulfly. Soulfly. What was so important about joining Soulfly for your career?
I mean, just that, you know, I grew up on Sepultura. Sepultura was like one of my favorite bands. It was always like Slayer and Sepultura. Those were like my favorite bands as a kid. So to get to join Soulfly and play with Max was like a dream come true. And then to, like, you know, start writing with Max and working on the Prophecy record, then Dark Ages, and now our third newest record, and kind of steering it back, you know, into like the old thrash metal sound was something that, you know, for me was like, you know, a dream come true too, to kind of, you know, both of us to collaborate and bring it back to that style, you know.
Tell me one quick thing, man. You're doing your own vocals, man. Is that something you set out to do, being a guitar guy, or is that just something you're kind of doing?
It's something I kind of got stuck in doing because one of our old singer just bailed out last minute at a show, and I had to do it, and I don't really want to do it, you know, and I'm definitely not good at it, you know, so but whatever, you know, when we play these shows, you know, kids, you know, they want to hear some Soulfly songs, so we throw some Soulfly songs mixed in with my own stuff too, so, and I got stuck in the singing now, so
Yeah, and I was gonna say, I thought that was really cool that you did do that, and you did a Sepultura song as well.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a huge fan, of that stuff. I've been playing those songs for years, so it's natural to throw it into the set list,
And I think that's cool, and I think you're giving back to the people that want to hear those old school songs. And that's what you are, man. You have this old school metal all about you with the hardcore. It's very obvious. But this eclectic sound, you got to tell me once again, how do you combine the two and get away with it? I just haven't seen it lately.
Yeah, I mean, basically, it's like if I'm in my car driving around, I listen to a lot of different types of music, I mean, like on tour right now, I went from, I got a Paco de Lucia CD in, then I go into, Cannibal Corpse CD, and then, a Death CD, and then into like the Gypsy Kings, whatever. I just like all types of music, and, I figured, let me try to do it all on one record, which I did, I think,
And is that like one thing you could tell people that are in a band is that get your influences wide, get them out there, because a lot of people, when I grew up in high school, if you liked anything other than metal or death metal, you were a poser. So you're obviously got your influences. So what could you tell the high school student that's being told not to see outside their box?
Just, to me, who cares what anyone thinks? Do what you want to do. Screw what anyone tells you they think is cool, and do what you want to do. I mean, if you like mixing polka with death metal, do it. And who cares who don't like it?
That's MARC RIZZO telling you where it's at on UDTV. You got to take some heat from doing acoustic guitar for metal, right?
I don't think so. I mean, because I don't think it's, I mean, trying to mix flamenco with metal is definitely kind of different, and I dig that. But I mean, all the bands I grew up on always incorporated acoustic sounds. I mean, Metallica did it years ago, so it's really not that original, in my opinion, to have acoustic guitars on a metal record. It's been done. Yngwie Malmsteen records had tons of nylon string acoustic stuff. I just love playing guitar. So I mean, my records being instrumental guitar music, it's just, I mean, that's like what I listen to. I listen to a lot of instrumental guitar music, whether jazz or flamenco or whatever. I like to listen to that. So I was, it's natural for me to make a record like that.
We got to get down to the meat and potatoes here. How's Gainesville? How the chicks? Are they hotter than you thought, or is the Gainesville chick sluttier? How the Gainesville girl?
Well, we just got into town right now. We did the show. We were running late, but we're gonna go out tonight, and I definitely want to look for some ladies. I mean, I will say Florida definitely has some of the most beautiful women I've ever seen. And I could talk about this forever because I love beautiful women. And, there's definitely, I like a lot of Latinas, and in Florida there's some very beautiful Latinas. So we're definitely going to, we got a day off tomorrow, so I'm hoping to find the woman of my dreams here.
A little Miami action, maybe?
I would definitely like to go down. I think my wife's down there,
Really? So, like, how's the sex, drugs, and rock and roll on tour?
It's definitely, I think with my band, things get a little bit crazier, but I mean, we don't do drugs. I'm not into drugs. I don't drink. And women, I love women, but I try to, I'm picky. I am very picky. So, I don't like to get too crazy, especially in this day and age,
We got Backstage Lounge. Hey, Ed, why don't you come in here real quick? This is the lighting guy. Have you ever met anyone that's looked like he was from Wayne's World right here? What did you think about MARC RIZZO at the Backstage Lounge at the UDTV Thrash and Bash?
Can I say, like, kicked my ass?
I think it did kick your ass.
Definitely kicked my ass. That was incredible.
Let me ask you one more question, and we'll end it here. What's your favorite cup size of the female persuasion?
The cup size?
Yeah, you like the B's, the C's. I like a little bit of everything. It depends like what kind of buzz I got,
Yeah.
Depends what kind of drugs I'm on. You don't know that, but I'm just saying.
Honestly, I'm not that picky.
So it's about the personality and the soul.
It's definitely about personality, because you could be with the prettiest girl in the world, and she could be nuts and ruin your life. So.
Truer words may not have been spoken. UDTV Thrash and Bash, February 21st with MARC RIZZO, Soulfly, Cavalera Experiment. And what are you calling your project? Just MARC RIZZO?
Just the MARC RIZZO band, yeah.
The MARC RIZZO band.
My drummer, Conky Laura, and Guillermo Capion on the bass. And they're great. You know, I'm lucky to have those guys in the band, and they're extremely talented. So.
Once again, Mark, man, I have all these questions. I feel like this interview should be another hour long, man. I really want to hang out with you and get to know you better. You going to come back to another UDTV show?
Yeah, absolutely. We'll do it again, definitely.
Tell me you love UDTV.
I love UDTV, definitely.
MARC RIZZO loves UDTV, so does Soulfly. I just went ahead and assumed that. Wolfman hanging out at Backstage Lounge. Give me some love, Ed.
All right, brother. It's all good.
It's all good at the Backstage Lounge. UDTV.info. Check us out online.
Brother, it's all good.